My name's Steve Ford. I'm from Sonora, California. Got a couple sponsors here. I got R&S Metals from Sonora. I got Barbershop Performance, who actually did the tune on my car. Got into racing at a very young age. I lived down the street from a guy who had a race car, and we just kind of hung out with him. And then we started coming to the races. You know, me and my dad, my family and stuff. And then Dad ended up on the pit crew, and one thing led to another. Next thing I know, Dad's racing, and we just kind of picked it up from there. And then couldn't afford much when I got, into a later age. So got into go-kart racing. Did go-karts for about 20 years until about 2022, and got an opportunity to buy this car and came out here about halfway through the season and just kind of trailed the back of the pack. We didn't know really much about the car, and so we just trailed the back of the pack, just kind of got used to the front wheel drive thing because I'm used to rear wheel drive. And so we just kind of took it easy. And then last year we came in for points, and we got up to about second for most of the season. And then on the last race we had some unfortunates, and we got back to fourth. But my first full season out, we were really happy with it, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's been kind of the name of the game. Two incredible rookies within the points last season. Obviously a rookie champion, you in the fourth spot. Kind of talk about a little bit more about this NorCal mini stock class. It is an incredibly diverse group of drivers, and they put on consistently some of the best racing week in and week out.
Yes, I agree. We're the biggest class here. There's usually 12 to 18 cars I've raced with, almost 20 cars here. And yes, it's a very good class. Everybody's pretty good, clean drivers and stuff. And I have a lot of fun doing it, and we're just having a blast out here. And this year we're trying to lay back this year, just kind of trying to figure out the car. We came out here last year and just kind of we did our thing and we learned a little bit, and I learned the driving part. But this year we're just kind of concentrate on setup on the car. We had a guy who actually built the car who got a hold of me over the winter and said, hey man, for $100 I can do the setup on the car. And I thought about doing it, but then me and my dad here, we were just like, we're gaining on it, and it's fun for me to just kind of dive into it myself. And so we're gaining on it. We've picked up 6 tenths from opening day. We've only ran 3 races, so. And so yeah, it's a learning curve for sure.
You kind of talked about that learning curve. Kind of go into a little more about what makes Stockton such a unique track setup-wise. Obviously, you have the bottom groove as the preferred lane through 1 and 2, but then everyone kind of wants to ride the second, third groove up the top in turns 3 and 4.
So we're actually still trying to figure that out. I can go up pretty high and get a pretty good lap in, but been trying to go towards the middle and down low as much as we can. That's where the setup comes up on the car. And so lately just been kind of picking away at that and working on our lines going through 3 and 4 really is our big important thing, because 1 and 2 is really easy. You just go down low and keep it low, but 3 and 4 is really tricky, especially in this little front wheel drive car. So.
You kind of mentioned it right there. You talked about putting a lap together, qualifying, critical, points are on the line. Where do you want to get this car as far as starting position tonight?
So tonight I'm shooting to start in the top 5. That's what we're shooting for. We've been, these guys are running, upper 15s, or lower 15s and upper 16s, and we've been in like the mid 16s, which has been pretty good for this. But last race we got about a 16.3, which has been our fastest lap. So we're hoping tonight to get out there and do just as good, if not better.
Now tonight you got guys, Joe Flowers, Josh Cross, Jordan Mass. What's it going to take for you to get this number 98 machine up front and mix it up with them?
A miracle. We're a little underpowered here. We're we don't have all the the big stuff that they have and stuff. So I did some modifications to the car over the winter. Like I said, we're learning this stuff. I asked all the guys around here, and everybody around here is really good, like giving pointers and stuff. But as far as keeping up with those guys, it's all about just, I know I probably have almost enough power and torque in this thing. It's just, I'm still just trying to figure out the driving part, So.
Now, one last question I got for you today is, as we approach what ultimately is the halfway point of the season, what are kind of some of the takeaways you've got? What are the things that you feel like you've obviously learned with the car, but what are some of the things you're looking forward to as we get ready to close out the second half of this 75th season?
So a win would be nice, but for the most part, if I can come out here and run mid-pack and get up to top 5 and just mix it up with these guys, I'm happy. As long as I'm out here doing it and I'm not getting, I'm not running in the back and all that. And we're running about mid-pack right now. like I said, last race there was only 7 cars here when we ran on the 25th, so we got third. But it would be nice to get out there with the full field of cars tonight and see what we can do for sure.
Anything else you'd like to add today?
I just want to thank my dad here. He helps me out with the car a lot. I want to thank my wife. She's my spotter. She helps me out at home. Dad lives far away, so I do all the work on the car. Does motor stuff. He comes up and helps me. But we're always calling each other and bouncing stuff off each other, But yeah, I want to thank my dad, my wife, my niece Tiffany. She's running around here. She always takes all the pictures. Ralph Souza, R&S Metals, Chad Barber at Barbershop Performance, and I always just want to thank Ethan Rumsey and Andy Rumsey and Josh Cross and all those guys. They're always coming over and helping. Eric from the Mass crew, he's real good. Plus, of course, Brad Mass and Jordan, all them. They're all good guys to know. So.